Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys' support. Can you please do me a favor and make sure you do hit that subscribe button? Right when you hit that subscribe button, you're going to see a little bell that pops up. Go ahead and hit that bell so that you are notified each time I upload a new tutorial. Thank you guys for getting me to about 540 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys, and I look forward to continuously bringing you really nice crochet tutorials. So in today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make this rather simple but really cute, really trendy, very sexy, very chic top. This top is perfect for date night and perfect for the beach. So let's begin. I will be using one of my favorite yarns, the anti-peel acrylic yarn that you can find at your local Walmart, literally under $3, and it is so soft. It's not like, rough to touch like usual acrylic yarn. So, and it's the same exact brand for this color as well. And in this tutorial, I will be using a 5.25 millimeter crochet hook. So let's go ahead and get started. You are going to, so this part is very important. You want to pay attention. So we're going to be making an I-cord, but I don't do the pull up 2 loops method. I find that method to be very difficult. So I prefer to do the method that I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to have this side of my string is the side that is not connected to the rest of the yarn, right? And then this side is, what's connected to the yarn. So on this side that is not connected to the yarn, I'm going to have this side very long, okay? I want this to be long enough to where I can crochet on top of it and I can wrap it around my neck. So I can't tell you how long to make this as far as inches, but I will say make sure you have a lot of yarn on this side of your slip knot, okay? So I'm just going to keep going. Alright, so my thing is I prefer to have more than enough than not enough. So I feel like I have more than enough on this side. So you're going to go ahead and create a slip knot. Once you've created a slip knot, insert into your slip knot and just, get it kind of tight but not too tight on your hook. Alright, so this yarn under my thumb is coming from here. So this over here is going to control the length of my I-cord or of my cord. So all you're going to do is you're going to take the yarn from the bottom, you're going to wrap it around your crochet hook rather loosely, not too tight. Hold here and then pull this through both loops. Okay, see how I did that? I'm going to repeat. Under, I'm going to pull through both loops. Under, pull through both loops. See that, guys? How it's forming that cord? Okay. Under, and then pull through both. Under, and then pull through both, right? So I'm going to continue this until I feel as though my cord is long enough for me to crochet over as well as to wrap around my neck. So you want to make sure this cord is pretty long, okay? So after I have made the length that I would prefer, I'm going to come back and show you guys what we are going to do next, okay? Alright guys, we are back. So if you look at this, you have a beautiful cord here. So I am at the ending of my cord. Now, the way that I've learned to end my cord is I will just, for my very last part, I'm just going to do like that. Like I would do like a, like a regular, I'll show you that again. So when you're at the end here, you're at the end, before you like continue, you just pull both through that last loop, and then cut here and pull that through, and that closes the end. Okay, so if I had to guess, I maybe did about 150, but that's just me guessing. So make sure that you're able to, based on how the top looks, you're able to make your bra cup and have enough to go around your neck. So I'm going to kind of show you guys how this is going to work. So you have your I-cord, okay? You have your cord. So if you look at the top, you'll see that it's crossed, and along this area here is where you will make your first side of your top to cover your breast, and over here is where you're going to make your other side to cover your breast, okay? So we're going to start on one side at a time. The way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to take a piece of yarn. So this will be multicolored. I'm going to do one side of my top in this color and then the other side of my top in white. So before I do that, I'm just going to take my yarn, pull it through, and I'm going to tie a knot here, okay? This is just to keep it in place, so as you are crocheting your cups, you don't have to worry about it moving left and right, okay? So tie a pretty tight knot so that way you can work along this, work on a cup, work along this, and you don't have to worry about, constantly having to readjust. Okay? So we're going to start on this side first. Now this side is going to depend on your boobs, your own boobs. So this part you're going to have to measure your boobs. For me, I'm going to do 7 inches. That's just, what I like to do. It usually works well for my boobs. So I'm going to take my yarn. I'm going to make a slip knot. I'm going to insert on this side first. This side I'm going to be doing first. So just insert under here. Pull the slip knot in and chain 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and crochet along here. And this is just to make sure that it's wide enough for your breast. You will be able to like slide it up and down and to scrunch it, but again, this is just, this part of the video is more so customizable. You have to kind of do it. You may have to put it against your breast to make sure that it fits. Guys, so I've went ahead and completed one side of our little top here. So I will be walking you through on how to do the left side of the top. For the left side, I'm going to be doing a color change. So I'm going to be using the color white. So let's begin by making a slip knot. Okay, I'm just going to insert under and pull the slip knot in like so. I'm going to chain one. That does not count as a single crochet. So that's just to secure it. So we're going to go ahead and place 19 single crochet along this line. So a total of 19 single crochet, and we will be back. Alright, so we have a total of 19 single crochet. You're going to chain one, and you're going to be increasing at the beginning as well as at the end of this row. So increasing is just placing, instead of one single crochet into every single stitch, you're going to be putting two at the beginning, and so you're going to put two single crochet in the very first stitch and one single crochet into every single stitch until you get to the ending stitch, and in the last stitch you're also going to put two single crochets. So that means you would have increased at the beginning as well as at the end. Alright, so after you have done the increase at the beginning and the increase at the end, you're going to chain one and turn your work. This next row will be a regular row. So anytime I mention regular row, it just basically means you're going to be putting one single crochet into every single stitch. So a regular row is basically a row in which you do no increases. So this row is going to be a regular row. So once we get to the very end, I will come back and let you know what to do next. So we are at the end of this regular row. So for our next row, go ahead and chain. And this is when you're going to do an increase. So I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm about to explain right now. Okay, so after this row here, you will notice that we're only increasing on one side, and this literally maintains a more so straighter edge. So anytime I say, this is an increase row, know that you will only be increasing, at this ending, okay? At, this ending on this side, okay? So this is a row in which you do an increase at the beginning and an increase at the beginning of the start of this row, and then at the end you maintain. So an increase row from this point out is increasing at the beginning and only at the beginning and maintaining for the rest of the rows, okay? So now we're going to do an increase row. So that's basically where you put two single crochet into the very first stitch, and then in each of the remaining stitches you're going to just put one single crochet. So I do want to reiterate that this pattern is based on my boobs. So as I emphasized earlier, you are going to have to adjust this pattern for your boobs. For me, I have found that 7 inches width, 7 inches height, and 7 inches width tends to really cover and support my breast well. So these are of course made 7 by 7, okay? So go ahead and finish up this row, and I will come back to let you know what to do next. Alright, so we are at the ending of that row. So you're going to chain one, turn your work, and this is a regular row. So remember, a regular row is basically when you put one single crochet into every single stitch. Very simple and plain. So let's work down to the end of this row, and I'll let you know what to do next. Alright, so we are at the ending of that row. So our next row is going to be an increase row. So remember, you're just going to chain one, turn your work, and you're going to place two single crochet into the very first stitch, on your increase row, and it should always be facing this side when you do an increase row. So I'm not going to, you know, kind of stick around to do this whole part with you, but I am going to explain what you should do from here. So let me read out my notes to you. So we are at an increase row, then you're going to go to a regular row, then you're going to go to increase row, then regular row, increase row, regular row, increase row, regular row, increase row, regular row, increase row, regular row, and then you're going to regular row until you reach the width of your desire. For me, I continued my regular rows until my cup had a width of 7.25. Okay, so I will have that on the screen just to help out a bit more. And I'll start from the current increase row. So go ahead and work up, and I will be back once I have finished that part of my cup. Alright guys, so I'm on the very last row of my, let's call this a cup. So I'm just going to chain one and cut my work. Well, cut my excess tail and then pull this tight. Now I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to chain up a total of 150, okay? Alright, so after you've made your chain of 150, we're just going to be connecting it here. So I'm just going to, I still have it on my hook, I'm just going to insert it into that very last stitch, and I'm going to single crochet across. So I have it there attached. Now I'm going to just single crochet across. Alright, so I've single crocheted across. Once you get to the end of that same row, you're going to chain up a total of 150. So the same on both sides, okay? We will be back. Alright, so I have done my chain of 150. I'm gonna cut and pull tight. So at this point, your top is complete. If you have done both sides of your top, then your top should be complete. So give me 1 second to show you how it should look. Alright guys, so if you followed exactly how I explained it, you'll have this very beautiful top, and you guys can see exactly how gorgeous and simple this top is when you have it on. This is adjustable here. You can scrunch it up as much as you'd like, or you could leave it as such. So of course, as you see in the picture, this would tie, you would cross it and then tie this around your neck. And then on the back is when you have, you know, this top area. So you would tie at 2 parts at the back. So this upper tie area, and you have this lower tie area. But this tutorial is very easy and simple. This is the perfect, like, sexy and simple spring/summer top. I think this top is absolutely gorgeous. Let me know if you enjoyed this tutorial. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And guys, please, please, please do not forget to hit that notification bell button. I notice a lot of times I will have subscribers, but I rarely have returning viewers. So this could come from, if you do like my channel, if you really like this tutorial and you do hit that subscribe button, please be sure to also hit that little bell. You'll have to press the bell and select you want to be notified for all notifications. So that is all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!